of what she was talking about at the bottom.
Wow. Yeah. Uh-huh.
The minute I heard about AQUA VIBRANCE, I was like, I told my mom, yeah, we're gonna buy it. I'm actually putting an order in right now.
But the thing is, I have been feeling so much energy, and feeling radiant with this, and the purest form of it. And
few years, and that is amazing water because there's so much water in fruit and in vegetables. And I didn't realize until we went raw vegan, and then I'd see people cooking food. I'm like, no, you see all the steam going up, like you're losing the water, like you're destructing. So, like nature puts water so perfectly into our food, and as it slowly, takes water out of the soil and goes into the fruits and the vegetables, I'm like, that is structured, good, clean water. And that, like when we were eating raw vegan, I didn't drink that much water, honestly, because I just felt so hydrated and so refreshed from our food all the time. But now we've gotten away from that lifestyle and we're eating more purium, which is, raw living foods, but they're dehydrated. So we have to reconstitute them somehow. And we're using water, and we stayed with the distilled water, and it's been a big problem. Like it's on our list of stuff. And like Jared said, we're like looking at Kangen water, but we don't want to put real basic water in. It's like the stomach's acidic. Why would you put, high pH water in there? Like it doesn't make any sense to us to go alkaline. So the last solution Erica had was she wanted us to buy spring water. So there's this company that will deliver spring water to your house, and like they get it from a spring and they put it in these green bottles and they'll deliver it to you. And it's like $22 for a 5-gallon jug or something like that. And we go through a 5-gallon jug every like 2 days. So I was like, I'm doing the math, like we're gonna go broke paying for water. And then this product came out, thank goodness. So that's put everything on pause. Now we're doing this. And she's like, this is good. This is like spring water, and we're satisfied. Sorry, one more. The other option is she's like, we don't have to buy the spring water. They actually wouldn't deliver to us. We're like in this gap in between San Francisco and LA on the central coast of California, and they don't deliver here. But she pulled up this map, and there's a spring that's 40 miles from us. And I looked it up, and it's like this like thing coming out of like a hole in the side of this hill. And I'm like, well, how do you get it? She's like, well, you'll just carry the jugs over like once a week. We'll get like 5 glass jugs, and you'll just drive up there, and you have to hike back in like, I don't know. She's like, it's only like half a mile. So I was like, that was the plan. So I am very thankful for AQUA VIBRANCE right now. I'm not going to be hiking into the woods and collecting spring water, and we're not going to be spending $22 per 5-gallon, thing on it. And she's satisfied with it. So I'm like, that's great. She's satisfied, and I'm adding it. I feel great. I still think I like to get my water from fruit mostly, but this is definitely, I see what it's doing. It's restructuring the water, and it's giving you more of that spring water and more of that fruit water. So I'm thrilled that, I mean, it's very inexpensive, less than, walking in the woods, kind of an option.
Exactly. That's some serious commitment that you were willing to do. So, I'm very grateful you don't have to hike into the woods as well.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your share. And yeah, it's amazing how much this is going to save us on time and money. And just this is the best, highest quality that we can have, and how easy it is just mind-blowing. So thank you again for that share. You're ever the comedian, and we appreciate it. Okay, I want to ask Elise if you can share. And I know you've had pretty good experience recently, so
Yeah, thank you so much. You're doing an amazing job on this call, by the way. I just want to go drink water. That's all I want to do. So yeah, so I was actually, I was going to leave it nameless, but it's this very popular water filtration system has already been mentioned by name several times on this call. But so I have that. I also have that. And what I was doing is I have been for weeks and weeks now, I have been actually in the bottom part of the tank, which is, sorry, which is which is the clean water. I've been adding in drops of the AQUA VIBRANCE. And I thought, hey, it's already been through a really heavy duty filter. I'm just going to add the AQUA VIBRANCE on top of that, really just seal the deal. So I just happened to look the other day in that clean water tank, and on the bottom, it looked, I mean, there was just like all of this like sediment looking stuff that like I've had this thing for years and years. That's never ever, that's not a thing. That's never happened. And I was just like, what is this? This is disgusting. And what it looked like is it looked like just out of the water, whatever it is had bound together, had been binding and then dropping because it was heavier. So it had been dropping and just all laying on the very floor, on the very bottom of this tank. And I was just like, there's no way that could have even gotten through the filters. It had to have been happening just from the AQUA VIBRANCE that was in there. And so anyway, I did like a little video on my stories on Instagram because I was like, this is crazy. So anyway, I dumped that out. I'm going to have to be cleaning that out now. But to me, it just really emphasized, you know, at first I was kind of like, oh, you know, there's some really good filters out there. I mean, could it really outdo what's already being done? But anyway, that was just that really cool experience I had. So it's working, guys. Just know that.
It's amazing. Thank you, Elise. Yeah, that is huge to hear that impact is happening. I mean, the filtration system that you're speaking about is so intense and powerful and removes such amazing amounts of things. And then in that clean water, to be able to have seen a change and shift in that as well is huge. So thank you so much for sharing. I mean, that means that you're getting rid of things that were originally coming into your body, and now you're adding in water that's not dead, that is alive, and that is just the best. So I'm so happy for you all. And that is something brings me to something else that I wanted to share, specifically mention when going into this idea of epigenetics and why our environment matters, why any of this matters, what we're putting into our bodies. The study of epigenetics, it just fascinates me to no end. But to be able to see that what was originally thought, that what's in our genes is just what we have, and that's all that matters, and that's how our life is going to end up. What we're born with is what we're given, and that's it, and it can't change, is so far from the truth. To know that the expression of our genes matters based on what we are feeding our cells, and that has been so eye-opening. And one example I know for sure that I have personally studied is just the autoimmune epidemic, and the fact that when you think of an autoimmune, it only can operate and show up and present itself in our bodies when there are 3 things present. And all 3 things have to be present in order for an autoimmune to show up. And this is just an example of what the proof that epigenetics is a thing, that we've got either genes, digestion, and inflammation. Those are the 3 legs that autoimmune exists upon. Now, if you remove any of those 3 legs, autoimmune cannot stand. It's like a stool. You can picture a stool that has 3 legs. If you take away 2 of those legs, this stool is inoperable. So that is how autoimmune operates in our body too. And when we can focus on biomedic in our ultimate lifestyle transformation, when we can use all of these different living foods to help our bodies to have a healthy reaction to inflammation, we're removing one of those legs. When we have our bodies having the ability to improve our digestion, our another leg is taken away. So we see here that not only thinking that genes are our only thing that we have, that we must live the same lives that was passed down to us. It's just not the case. We have that power to change that. So I am now so happy to open this up to anyone who would like to share. If you have a question or a testimonial, or if there's something that you personally have experienced, I would love to hear from you. We've got some hands already. So Anne, if you don't mind, I'd love to hear from you.
Hi, everybody. Happy Friday. My daughter's on the call too. Hi, Adia. So yeah, I've had experience with AQUA VIBRANCE, and it's really a part of my spirit on this planet. Really, it's like a huge part of my family and high-end water technology. So I have almost too much wisdom and information about the product that I'm still trying to be really careful, and like really just follow the card. But like, here's an example of what she was talking about at the bottom.
Wow. Yeah. Uh-huh.
So just so you know, this is from the bottom of like 6 gallons, right? The pour off. And what we have on top is the most pure, drinkable, pristine, gorgeous, and I can mix it and it'll just take 12 to 24 hours to settle back, and it, in the shit hit the fan kind of moment, there would be no more powerful water on the planet than that, available to me. And the thing that I want to know, or at least put it out to you guys, because I think this is just, it's really important for us to know, is that living water particulates up through the terra, right? It takes its time. It births itself. It births itself whole and complete. It births itself structured, vital, and oxygenated at 41 degrees Celsius from a living spring, right? What we have been drinking for our entire lives has been prematurely, forcefully removed from the ground without the particulation, without the birthing process, without the gathering of information, right? And it never gets that potentiation. It's just forced, and then it's pushed through tunnels next to sewage lines and electrical lines. And science knows that water is a magnet for information. So were they shitting on us? I don't know. Was it intentional? Well, I don't know. But let's just stay light and come back to the truth that living water, when it's birthed, it absorbs a certain frequency of light that dead water can't. So what we're drinking with AQUA VIBRANCE, and I believe why he calls it AQUA VIBRANCE, is because we are now capable of absorbing light that we were not capable of absorbing until we had this structured, oxygenated, vital water, right? And so I think, to me, that's the most important detail that could be missed. And with you guys, especially the Million Mom movement, because for me, this is about the consciousness of our earth. Like, for the first time in our living history, we have the capacity to support Mama Gaia in service to other, rather than just in service to ourselves, and then throwing that filter back into her, right? So as a group, we are affecting the consciousness of our collective humanity more than anything else possibly could, because this is water, and we're literally we're changing the consciousness of man, because we are purifying. I can't say that word. We're returning water to its original state without damage or burden to her, for everyone, not just filtering it. Sorry, I can't say that, for myself.
Right.
So
Yeah.
those two things for us is like, it's so profoundly important what we're doing.
Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for that share. You can just like feel all of the passion you have about this subject. Thank you so much. And it's so interesting to hear that that process is so necessary and that we're able to create that for ourselves. So thank you so much. Okay, I'm gonna let Rico share once more. I know you have to hit the road.
Oh yeah, sure, absolutely. So, um, I the minute I heard about Aqua Vibrance, I was like, I told my mom, yeah, we're gonna buy it. I'm actually putting an order in right now. So, I don't know. It's just like food. Water is very well. Of course, water is important because you know you need it to live. But um, I really like purified water. You know, like I thought drinking water bottles or whatever, you know, I haven't been drinking tap water for a very long time. And because it's full of chemicals. I've known that ever since I was a kid. So um and then also the waters that you get, like the 5-gallon bottles. I do remember having one at my house and having one at the school where I worked at, because I told the teacher that I was working with, and she knows that I'm crazy. So I was like, we're gonna have a water machine and you're gonna make your coffee and things like that. Unbeknownst to me, that you know it was just full of chemicals and things like that, because it's plastic, number one. And you know, we don't know how long those 5-gallon bottles were sitting in the sun, you know, because they're in the truck and things like that. And you have to take all that in consideration. So I like the fact that I carry the Aqua Vibrance everywhere I go. And as a matter of fact, all it takes is just a few drops, like I have it. I'm just going to drop it in my water and then shake it up, and there I go. And you could taste the difference. It tastes like natural spring water. And I noticed that I had this energy, you know, regarding the Aqua Vibrance. I felt a huge difference when I first drank the Aqua Vibrance and I put the droplets in my water. So
Oh, I think we may have lost you there. Okay. But thank you so much, Rico. That was, I love your shares. You're always so energetic and passionate, and it just brings all this fun energy to you're always bring the party. So thank you so much. And I'm so, so glad that you're able to benefit from this and educate yourself on what we can do to better our water. So, okay. So I want to have Dominique, if you can share.
Yes. Hi, everyone. First of all, Ashley, this presentation was amazing. It was very informative, but very easy to digest, because what we are learning with Aqua Vibrance, there's a lot of factors that we want to make sure that we're mindful of how we share it, efficiently, but it's just so powerful and transformative. So I love this presentation that you gave. And I just wanted to share my own experience. I just finished my first bottle. And I usually make a glass of water to keep next to my bed before I go to bed. And I make a glass and I'll just add in the, Aqua Vibrance drops. And I've noticed that I'm not waking up, thirsty in the middle of the night at all. Or when I wake up, I'm not as dehydrated, but also I'm not waking up in the middle of the night to use the restroom, which is something that I was doing. So I noticed that the other day. It was just like, which most people who are part of this community with Purium, the transformations are so subtle. Some things that we've been doing for years that seem normal just start to wither away. And that's what I noticed recently with Aqua Vibrance. And then another thing that Jared mentioned that I loved was the convenience, right? Not just being able to travel with it, but even allowing it to last such a long amount of time. Like I've been adding it to every glass of water that I drink and just having just a couple of drops instead of a full dropper to, transform your water is really helpful. And it's lasted me at least, I haven't tracked the exact amount of days, but I know it's been close to a month now. I'm actually going to start my parasite cleanse next month, and I'm excited to add that into my routine because I've been eating these foods for almost 5 years now, and this is a new addition to just transform. I'm on a deeper level, so I'm really excited to add that in and document that. But I just wanted to share my testimony.
Thank you so much. That is powerful to recognize that shift, even though it may seem small to other people. Like, to not wake up in the middle of the night means that you're getting a full night's rest and you're absorbing the amount of hydration you're needing for your body. So that is amazing. I love that for you. And what you said is so true. We have these amazing superfoods, and now we have a vehicle to put the wind-dried amazingness into, that we can make sure that it's absorbing into our bodies at an even higher rate. So yes, I love that. Thank you so much for your share. Martha. Oh, hold on, you're not muted yet. Okay, there you go.
Got it. I started the Aqua Vibrance, and the first thing I noticed, guys, was there was no aftertaste to my water. There was no odor to my water, and it was electric. Like, it's just like, when you go and you get like it just sent, like, the first time I drank the Power Shake, I felt like this immense energy go out through me. And anytime that I have Aqua Vibrance in my water, it's felt. I feel it at a cellular level. And Dominique, your parasite cleanse will be fantastic. I just finished mine, and using Aqua Vibrance, before I would be like a little lethargic, blah, blah, blah. This last time it wasn't. I did just get done also having to, well, I didn't have to, but I chose to do a round of antibiotics due towards like an oral surgery that I had. And I'm doing a 72-hour water fast at this time. And it has so far, even though I've got the rumbly and the grumblies because my body's all like, feed me, I'm satiated. Like, I feel energized. I feel energetic because I know that I'm adding this to my water. I'm getting the minerals that my body needs to sustain itself. So, so far, I'm almost through with my first bottle, and I'm looking forward to my second. And the flocculation, I haven't stomached that yet. I know that it is inert. My autistic brain is all like, no. But yeah, guys, I have been really blessed to have filters on my water lines and stuff in my home, and to see how this works with that, and to have like that much flocculated whatever at the bottom. Yeah. And I do pour it out onto my house plants, and they love it. They love it. It's not going to waste. Thank you, guys.
Oh, thank you so much, Marty, for your share. And yeah, I think, I don't know if I can get past that yet either. We'll get there together eventually. But it's so amazing to hear that you are resetting your body in that way and having the highest quality of water to do it that way. So excited for you. Okay, Regina. Oh, let me make sure you can unmute. Sorry about that.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you so very much. I just want to say this water is the most awesome, amazing thing that a gift that we received from Amy and Dave. It is amazing, and how important it is to put something so good and clean and refresh into your body. You know, something like that. Because I've been on it. It is a real game changer here, as they mentioned here. But personally, my husband does work with the water. He personally, that's his part of his job too, that he does work with. And he is adamant about what we put into our body as far as the water, what's all in it, the minerals and all that kind of stuff. He, even before this came out, we would buy stuff to put into our water just so that we can have the energy, or that we can have the clearing of whatever chemical. But I was a little shaken when I saw all this stuff selling to the bottom of the I was like, what is this? Should I be drinking this? You know? But then I understood, you know, as we kept talking about it and reading the information, how important it was and letting it settle. So I'm getting through that part too as well. But the thing is, I have been feeling so much energy, and feeling radiant with this, you know, and the purest form of it. And not only that, not as Dominique brought out, not having to get up in the bathroom or the wee hours in the morning to go to the bathroom because I drink water, because I drink water 24/7. It's on my nightstand, it's with me everywhere I go. It's like me carrying my keys everywhere, my purse, everywhere I got my water. Okay. So, but anyway, it's been super amazing. And so thank you for letting me share.
Notice a lot of you are not subscribed. Go to my page right now. Click the subscribe button. Make sure you tap on it. Click the all so you get notified every time I drop a new video here.